Had a nice play at the end of practice. Take us back to it.
Oh yeah. Actually 2 weeks ago, the offense had that same formation, and they had got me, but this time they had McCaffrey as the number 2 receiver on the weak side because I was to the 2-man side. So they had got me earlier in camp where he like crossed my face. So this time I held my leverage, and then I mimicked Jacob's release. Put hands, and then ran with him, and then heard Freya yell ball from far, and then I went up and made the play.
Kyle had missed 23 guys off of practice from last week, had to cancel the Saints scrimmages. Do you still feel you're getting good work in as a team with all the people that are missing?
Oh yeah, for sure, because we all have the same intent, just to get better and get better each day. So we come with the intensity to work.
As a corner who plays both inside and outside, what's your assessment of Renardo Green, who's trying to learn to do the same thing?
Oh yeah, he's gonna be nice. I can't wait for him, for everything to slow down for him, because he already got the intangibles to be great. He just need more reps. Kind of how I was when I first came. Everything was kind of moving kind of fast, but eventually it'll slow down, and I know he's gonna be a playmaker.
While you're talking, look forward to the joint practices. Were you kind of disappointed when you found out you weren't going down there?
Oh yeah, I was very disappointed. We've been competing with each other for so long. I feel like being able to actually unleash that on another team would have been great for 2 days, and then play some in the game, and just get a little scrappy out there.
I think it's weird how injured you guys are at this stage. Like he said, Isaac rolled the ankle in a walkthrough.
Oh yeah, I mean, stuff kind of happens. That's what kind of happens in the league. We just got to get healthy, and I know once week 1 comes, everybody gonna be ready, and I know the emotion's gonna be high. We're gonna be juiced up, and we're gonna get out and then become 1-0.
You're on your third different defensive coordinator in 3 seasons. What's the biggest adjustment for you guys? Even though, obviously you have an in-house replacement this year, what's the biggest adjustment you face just as a defense with the changes year to year?
I feel like it's just us finishing. I feel like it was games that, we didn't start off fast, but we didn't finish real strong. So, the games that we lost, I feel like if we just finish in the fourth, keep our foot on people's necks, we'll be Super Bowl champions.
You get the sense with Sorensen and Staley this year that that's something that you guys will be able to do and take that step this year?
Oh, yeah, for sure. They always on us about the little things, and just the small details.
Anything else? All right, thanks, Demo.
Appreciate you.
How has this camp been for you, Chris? You've done a lot on special teams and at split ends, so how have you approached it?
We approach really every day the same, attacking it and being available and doing whatever is asked. The last couple of years of my career have been a lot of things, played a lot of roles, and I've prided myself in being able to play each of those roles well. I've been asked to do some of those things here, whether it's on teams and on offense, and having that trust from coaches and your teammates is a good thing. And so we're attacking it the same way and trying to be dependable.
You're sometimes asked to do roles that much younger players are asked to do, special teams roles and stuff like that. How do you feel about being asked to be a gunner or do other things like that throughout the season?
I actually take pride in it now. I think that there's a misconception that certain things on the football field are more valuable than others. And I think that with time and experience, you realize that each of those roles are equally important and they contribute to your success on Sunday or Monday or Thursday and, ultimately getting where your team wants to go. And so if I can be one of those roles that helps the team, secure a victory, I'm content being that. I'd rather be in one of those spots helping the team win than being helpless on the sideline or at home and just watching. So,
Coach, you came out of Georgia with all the measurables, right? 46-inch vert and 4.3 speed. How are you a better player, though, today than you were when you came into the league?
I think multiple things. You know, there are so many instances in my career where things went incredibly well and times where things went incredibly wrong, and so many lessons that were learned along the way on good teams, on terrible teams, in locker rooms where guys were locked in and they wanted to see everyone succeed, in locker rooms where people could care less. So I think that wealth of knowledge has made me a better teammate. I think that those experiences on the field have made me a better player. They've made me more decisive. I play a lot faster now than when I did when I was younger. You know, the body's obviously aged, but the mind is much sharper.
You've seen George Odom step up in camp, a guy that's kind of a core special teamer throughout his career, and get a shot at strong safety or at safety and with the ones and really hold up his end of the bargain. And you're willing to do whatever it takes, but there's still a part of you that says, you put me out at wide receiver for X amount of snaps a game, you're going to get production from me.
Of course. I think that any opportunity that you step into, you want to go out there and you want to take and own it. There's no mistake about what the offense is capable of here. And being a part of that, being asked to be a part of that is an honor. And it's something that you don't take lightly. At least I don't, knowing how short and how hard to come by opportunity is in this league. But yeah, I have all the confidence in the world that whatever it is that you ask me to do out there, that we can get it done. And then also just part of the DNA of what it is being a 49er, a lot of that has resonated with the way that I've approached the game my whole career.
You're one of 3 or 4 receivers on this team who haven't been injured this summer, a lot of hamstring strains, things like that. Does that surprise you? Do you think that that's a result of just how hard you guys or how fast you guys go in these practices?
Yeah, I think that there's a little bit of a learning curve for getting your body in the place that it can approach practice with the same intensity every single day. And that's part of, learning how to be a pro. As a rookie, there's just a different tempo. There's a different speed. The volume is different. The intensity is different. So even if you were to pull back the reps, you're still going to be getting more here than any practice you've ever had in your life because the competition is just better. It's more intense. There's more at stake. There's more eyes. And so all of that stress is cumulative on the body. And so some of those guys have to learn what that means and learn how to get warm and stay loose and be ready. But obviously, you see some of the veteran guys who have been through that. They understand what it takes and they get ready early.
Can you talk about what it means to be a 49er? What's different about the culture here compared to maybe some of your other stops in the NFL?
It's about ball. It's about ball, and it's about doing what's necessary to win. The details are important here, and I've always been someone who's loved when people harp on detail, and Kyle is one of the most detailed coaches I've been around. I can't really think of many others who are that detailed, and that attention to detail, that attention to intent is integral to putting that helmet on. And he makes no mistake about letting people know, like, hey, you have to earn it. You earn everything here, and everything is about doing things the right way and attacking it. And that's something that I believe in too.
Look at the practice last week. They had the practice with apparently 23 guys out, canceled the Saints scrimmages. And so I guess from the outside, maybe it looks a little dire, but the way football is practiced now, as opposed to the way it was maybe, 7, 8 years ago, are things not nearly as bad as they look for you guys?
I think that you obviously want guys to be healthy. There's a lot of guys who are working through plenty of things, some that we know about, some that we don't. And I think that Kyle's being cautious and looking out for guys, and then also just making an opportunity for people to continue to get work. Things are modified this week, but that doesn't mean that we're not going out there to get better. The intent is still there, and sometimes you just have to shift the physicality and really hone in a little bit more mentally, and that's what we're doing. So to us, I don't think that people are panicking. If anything, it's a time to focus in and make things right, because when things don't feel right, that's when it's got to be right.
Chris, you had a monster hit in the Super Bowl, and it was, you taking pride in that part of your game now, kickoff coverage and being super physical?
Yeah, I think that physicality is something that I've always tried to add and have a part of my game. But just really being effective and being someone who can be counted on in open space, running down the field. Obviously, the kickoff and kickoff return is much different this year. We're still figuring out how that looks and how that we can, how we can be most effective. But whatever game plan we come up, I'm, one of the people first people with my hands up saying, hey, I want in there and I want to be at the point of attack, because I think that it's something that can affect and change games, and I want to be a part of that.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Thank you.
No problem.
Mm-hmm.